Good afternoon, good morning still, isn't it? We're here today at the Langworthy Cornerstone to talk about the From the Art of Salford exhibition. Exhibition of paintings by local artists, and I've got three of the artists with me. We've got Tony Eason, Stephen Broadhurst and Phil Westcott. Three very talented artists in my opinion, and Tony is going to give us a brief override of what the exhibition's about and some of the artists involved and the criteria.
Yeah,
Take it away.
We've been running this now for about 5 years. We were doing 2 shows a year at one stage, spring and autumn. We got a bit too much, so it's just the one show per year. We were all ready to go as COVID started, and then it all got stopped. So we've got the artists together again, and what it's about is, first, I got involved in art through Philip here. I've always painted and drawn and that, but in my later years I met Philip on Facebook, and he got me into Salford Art Club. Right. Well, it was like going on an art course being there, because you're learning all the time. And then later on, I met Steve here, and Steve was already doing his own art shows up here, and Steve asked me to come. You asked me to come along, didn't you?
Yeah, with your guitar.
With my guitar and sing a song, sing a few songs.
You're not brought it to
no, he wanted to do it at the end. That was the idea was to get rid of people.
Yeah, should have done that.
Yeah. But anyway, I did that, and I thought, wow.
Yeah,
I've been doing this for a while now, doing all these paintings myself and bringing them up and knowing Phil. So I thought I'll have a go as well, but I've not got enough paintings. So Steve said I'll put mine up with you. Right. And then Phil said I will too. And then other people said, can I? And it became like anybody just hanging the paintings up. And I thought, what can I call it? I'll call it From the Art of Salford. And it's from the heart, but it's from the art of Salford. And all the artists have to do is come along, put the paintings on the wall. I'll coordinate all of that. It doesn't cost anything to hang your paintings. All you have to do is organise your own sales. The Cornerstone take no money, I take no money. Just leave your details by the painting. If somebody wants to buy your piece of work of art, they'll come and meet you where you can sell it. I ask you if you can perhaps replace the work of art on the walls, or one of these two will immediately. And then during the exhibition, what we do, we have a little meet the artist evening. I ask the artist to bring along a little bottle of wine or a bottle of orange or a beer or something, and we sit down there for the people who come along to have a little bit of something to eat. And it's a wonderful evening. We all get together, and some of the artists do actually sell the paintings and become quite rich, like Steve here. Yeah.
You might have a word with you, Stephen.
Yeah.
Stephen, how many paintings have you got on exhibition?
I think it's 12 this time.
Right.
I have exhibited in the past when just me and a put 80 up.
Have you exhibited elsewhere?
Mainly here at the Cornerstone, but other little venues throughout Salford. Yeah. And I've done a photographic exhibition in Sheffield.
Because I've got one of yours in the house. Yeah, because we did.
I don't think you bought it, did you?
Oh, didn't buy it? Good Lord, no. You kindly donated it. It was only at Salford Online, wasn't it? Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Philip, I've been a long admirer of your work, I've got to admit. I love the ones of Salford Precinct, the people on the benches, etc. Yeah. I think they're fabulous. How many pieces have you got in the exhibition?
I've just got the 6 in this time. So I've got a big exhibition in September, so I'm saving for that.
Where's that?
That's in Saddleworth, hopefully. I mean, it was supposed to be again last year, but obviously that never came about. So I've put just a range in showing what I can do, 3 landscapes and 3 of my people studies.
Have you got any favourites that are in the exhibition that are not your work, shall we say?
I've not really been along and chosen any yet. I mean, there's always favourites. I mean, there's one over John Lennon I can see from here, which I really like. And there's others. I mean, some of Steve's are fabulous. You know, you can't really
choose one.
There's different.
I'm going to ask you
to.
to.
One. You could. But I'll go for the John Lennon from here.
Tony, have you got any favourites that are on the walls?
At the moment, the same artist, Tony Moss. No, sorry, Jeff Jeff Pond, his name is.
Alan Moss.
Alan Moss.
No, it's Jeff Pond. I like them all actually, but Jeff Pond. Jeff works for. It's the first time he's exhibited, and he works for Survivors Manchester or Manchester Survivors, and it's men and boys who've been sexually abused. And some of the writing on his profile there is, you can't always put things into words, so he puts them into his art, some of the stuff that happens. And then if you look at his paintings, next to the John Lennon one, you'll see exactly what he means. He's the first ones on the wall.
We're going to have a walk around there. Stephen, have you any favourites, apart from your own?
I like Alan Moss. I've actually bought one of his already.
Right.
Off the wall there, the Blackpool one. So great.
I had a quick look before. I was impressed with the collage work by I forgot her name, the young girls at the very end. I thought it made a complete difference to like the pencils, oils, etc. Should we go and have a look at the artworks and we'll talk? You can big up your own artworks and we'll try and get you some sales. Okay. If you just want to follow the artist, boys. This
is what I was telling you about here.
Yep, Jeff Pond.
Yeah.
Jim Morrison, isn't it, obviously?
Yeah.
Lennon, that's yours, isn't it?
Yeah, that's this one is depicting the whole idea.
Yeah. I think John...
Yeah, this one's depicting the whole idea, the art of Salford.
Yeah.
We've got the coal mine here at Agecroft.
Yeah.
We've got the ship coming into the docks
Yeah.
and the crane, and dirty old town in the middle with the gasworks. That's the sort of...
Yeah, I always like ones when it's not something I would do, you know,
Yeah.
sort of the detail in that and the detail in that. That's why I always appreciate different ones.
John Cooper Clark's got eyes like hard-boiled eggs there, hasn't he? Is that an amphetamine overdose, is it? Oh. Sure. This is the Alan Moss, the chap you mentioned before, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, you know I know.
Yeah, I think I met Alan at Eccles. I think he used to do the Eccles.
Yeah, quite a few of them do echoes as well.
Who were Rosemary and Charlie Carter, musicians?
Rosemary and Charlie Carter are good friends of mine. They're musicians as well. Very talented musicians. And you can see that Charlie's very influenced by Geoffrey Key.
I was going to say that one. I
See
said that
by his
before,
paintings
yeah.
there. What his wife Rosemary does, she does this
Watercolours, yeah.
No, it's wax.
It's called
Is
eucaustic.
it wax, is it?
Encaustic and brush oak she uses. Encaustic, she puts it on with an iron.
I thought it was two spelling
No,
mistakes.
she puts the wax on using an iron.
Right.
Charlie, his husband, you want to see his shirts?
Who's Cywood?
He's a member of Salford Art Club. He comes along to that, and he's been doing a lot of this type of work over, and figurative work as well over the whole, while we've been off.
There's a great variety of art and styles, isn't there, to say the
Something for
least?
everybody, isn't there?
It was the octopus one. Was that for you, Carl? You're like...
It's the tentacles.
There we go. Let's, Philip, we're approaching your work rapidly. Can we talk us through some of this?
Yeah.
As I said earlier, I'm a great admirer of your work, I have to admit.
Well, while we've been under COVID, I've not been able to get out and do as many of these sketches, so I've had to do obviously from reference photographs I've taken. And the beauty of these is there's no commissions, so I can sell them at a reasonable price for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy seeing people sat together talking, interacting.
Yeah, observation.
You know, what they're talking about, what they're doing. And again, just as a change, I do the landscapes as well. And that's a nice break from it. Otherwise, I find I get in a bit of a rut.
I always associate you with the figures on benches, should we say.
Well, I've been doing those throughout 40 odd years now, starting off at Salford Precinct and working my way up to the Trafford Centre, as they say.
Right, shall we work further down and we'll discuss? Bear with me.
These are what these.
50 quid.
These oil paintings are by Mick Coleman. Mick Coleman is one half of Brian and Michael.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Who sang Matchstock Men and Matchstock Cats and Dogs. He was actually here yesterday performing it for us, and he asked if he could put some of his work in as well. He tells me he's not an artist. I don't believe him.
Yeah, he's got an eye,
He's done
hasn't
some
he?
wonderful work there.
I've got to admit, I can't draw for toffee, never mind money. I can appreciate it and admire it, but I doff my cap to anyone who can do it. I really do. Shall we have a little meander on down the gallery? Joy Division, isn't it, obviously?
I can tell you about Paul Horton. I don't want to hog this because there's three of us here, but Paul Horton, he does mosaics. He's actually a moulder in a foundry, and his work is it's all using broken tiles and different types of media. What he's done here, it's on a piece of timber or board, and he's painted it black, layers and layers of black, and then he's painted white over it. He's actually etched the picture into the.
Is that raised?
It's raised. Feel it? Yeah, you can feel it. It's actually an etching.
That's worth more now. It's got your fingerprint on it.
Yeah.
The police have got it.
Yeah.
And these are yours?
These are mine, yeah. Around here.
Was this one here, was that a striking island, was it, or something?
Yeah, the ladies in Ireland who were on strike on the picket line for the Debenhams who've made them all redundant.
Right.
And they're not even paying them for 35 years service. They're not even paying them the 2 years. I'm not going to go into my Jack Dash bit about that now, but yeah, no. They're on strike to stop the stop Debenhams from moving all the goods from the factories and the warehouses in the shops.
I feel like I'm leaving you out here, Stephen.
This lady here, I was asked to do that one for them. It was stamped back on a photograph. Yeah. It's like Tiananmen Square. The lady was stood with a plaque in front of the lorry.
Just these 2 plastic bags, don't you? I like that painting. I saw that one on your Facebook page.
This lady here, Sandra Chapman Ford, she's a Liverpool girl.
Not all that against her.
No, and she now lives in America. And I got to know her on Facebook. And I didn't realise she was in America, and I did ask her, can you come down here and show some of your work? Because all her work is very much just the Northwest. In a certain time and a certain style. And I asked her if she could come down and put some of her paintings up. She said, well, it's a long way to come. I live in America. So anyway, she sent me these prints. These are actually prints. Yeah. And they're there for sale. All I do, I just send the money to her. Yeah.
So a quick look down further on. How many have you got in this exhibition, Tommy? Is it all yours?
Come on, I organise it.
Oh, you heard that? I organised it. My wall. These memories of when you used to work on the Ship Canal.
That's right, yeah.
Stephen, as I say, I feel like I'm leaving you out. Come here and have a chat.
We're coming up to Steve.
I'm going to say, have you got any in this exhibition, Stephen?
1 or 2 here on the next.
That's right, let's plod on.
To go further and further back.
Yeah, they'll be in Liverpool Street next year. There we go. I like these, yeah. Steve is a local, extremely popular and excellent artist. I did recognise you, didn't I? You're a great fan of Lowry's, Ed.
I love Lowry, and Riley.
Yeah.
And Arthur Delaney.
Yeah, I like Delaney's work.
So
I believe Delaney was Frank Randall's son, isn't he?
I believe so.
Illegitimate son.
Yeah. So you can see there.
That reminds me of Adolphe Valet. Yeah. Valette, you know how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
I do like your work, Steve. I've got to admit.
Yeah. Well, I've got into oils and acrylics a bit more this year, so.
I'm not a big fan of LSD Lowry, to be honest. Well, I like his seascapes and his portraits, but the match art stuff, it just leaves me a little bit cold.
He's very popular again at the moment.
I'd like a few of his on the wall, obviously.
Yeah, I was up at Clark Arts.
Yeah, in Hale, yeah.
And he had one up for £1 million.
The one's going for 2 to 3 million at the moment.
Is it going to the match?
One, yeah. 2 to 3 million.
Yeah, who knows?
No, I don't know. I'd rather have...
I like him.
I wouldn't decry the man, or anyone who likes him. Just, as I say, that genre of the match start men, it's just not really me. Because I know he's capable of much better stuff. Morrissey? Is Morrissey yours?
Is it Janet Downs who you asked at the beginning?
Oh, right, yeah. I'd like these collages, as I say, how can you put it? It can be an easy art form, I think, collage, but I do like it.
It can be very effective.
Yeah, like C6 Steve stuff.
That one reminds me of Revolver, the Beatles album.
I think she's going for the Aubrey Beardsley there, isn't she?
I like that. And I like this one as well. That's like a Jeff Key type thing.
Yeah. They're all reasonably priced, aren't they, Tony? I mean, if you want some original artwork on your walls.
The idea was, you know, we're locally, we're in Salford, it's Salford prices for
Yeah.
Salford people. But being so close to the quays, you have to be careful about that because that could actually put the price up.
I'd be more concerned with people with the Phillips screwdrivers coming in. Half inch, you know.
This one at the end.
That's my favourite.
Right, I got
The
that
back.
one. I'm a Salford lad.
Yeah.
And I got this through dubious means. I'm not saying where I got it.
Stole it, basically.
But as you know, I worked on the docks as well.
Yeah.
And it's about 19. What does it say on there? It's a very old picture of the docks. It's a drawing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And to me, that is the
1908.
heart. To me, that is the heart of Salford. The heart, and that comes in with the art of Salford. So I've kept that from where I got it from.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you.
No.
And I always put this one up as a memento of the heart of Salford or the art of Salford.
So how long's the exhibition running for?
Until September.
Is it open weekends, Monday, Fridays?
Monday to Friday from 7:30 in the morning. I think they open at 7 because it's a doctor's surgery as well. I think they open at 7 and they close at 8:30.
So if you're passing, obviously. Ali Kazim, this is for you. You're an art lover. I know you like Stephen Brody's work. Come down and have a look. It's a great selection. Also Tony's and Phillips. I think it's a great exhibition. I'd love to see art in Salford.
And there's an excellent cafe here as well.
Cafe.
So it's nice to drop in. You use it. And
Yeah, we do, although it's not fully open yet,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh, it's a marvellous exhibition, really is. And so all you Salford people watching, please come down, support local artists, and you might even meet these three reprobates here one day. I believe they're here all the time, keeping warm. So please feel free to go. Anything you'd like to say before we wrap up?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank you, and also the fact that it's nice to have somewhere to exhibit nowadays.
Well,
We know
obviously.
Luke's Hall's gone, Swinton Art Gallery's gone.
Yeah.
You can't get into Salford anymore because the cutbacks and you can only have so many shows a year.
The art gallery's closed, isn't it? So foreseeable.
Yeah, so there's so few places now. It's brilliant that this place actually lets you show you. And it's brilliant for Salford artists to have a start.
Correct, yeah. And I say, fully got my backing, boys.
I'd like to thank you both for doing this for us to help publicise it for us.
You've not had the bill yet.
And we love the work that you do as well. I follow you all over the place.
Okay.
Fantastic job.
Okay then, Carl, thank you for coming, you three chappies, and much success, and I hope you sell all your artwork, that's all I can say.